Champions again, Liverpool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. And welcome to our match preview show for Atalanta versus Liverpool. Yet again, another Champions League game. They are coming thick and fast at the moment because, of course, of this cram-packed season. But how are we all? Hopefully, all of you are well. If you could do me the massive favor and please give the video a like, it's massively appreciated if you could do so. Also, as well, if you're new to the Cop Council and watching us for the first time, then please hit that subscribe button as well. But yep, Liverpool versus Atalanta, of course. This has probably been the game that has been, well, talked about for goals, really, because both sides, well, at the moment anyway, both sides can attack, but neither can defend. Well, and that is practically the story of the game anyway that's been talked about. But of course, we will talk about tonight all of the injury news concerning as well. We got a bit of team news as well, of course, starting 11 predictions and so forth as well. Be a little bit of a short stream tonight, guys, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It will be tonight anyway. So if you could, let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section down below. Anyway, Chris is in saying, hi, pal. Hope you're doing well. I'm fantastic, mate. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day as well. Liz is in as well saying, hi, Connor. Hopefully you're having a good day as well, Liz. Seamus is in as well. Good evening. Good evening, Seamus, to you as well. Liz says, hey, Chris. Long time no see, of course. Well, to be fair, all of us were on Doug's channel a couple of minutes ago. But Chris says, another tricky game. Atlanta and no mugs reached the quarterfinals of the Champions League last season in a debut season. Yeah, absolutely. We can't take them for granted. It's like I said, I don't think you can take anyone for granted in the Champions League. I think that is a guarantee you can't. Anyway, but Chris says, long time no see to you all. And then Liz says, good evening, Mr. Moore as well. I think that was with Seamus as well. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts anyway. And if you could as well, please share out the stream, get as many reds in here as possible, well, as physically possible anyway. But yeah, let's quickly then jump into the news then. And the news concerning injuries, and of course this game has been a huge talking point then at centre half. I know that Seamus has already said Reece Williams to get a start. Now, of course, we all know Nat Phillips was probably man of the match against West Ham this previous weekend. Of course, absolutely phenomenal game. And I know a lot of people will be going, oh, well, he should surely start then against Atlanta. Wrong. Jurgen Klopp did not put Nat Phillips in the Champions League squad because, of course, we all thought that Nat Phillips was going to be going out on loan. I think it was reported that he was meant to be going out on loan to Swansea, but of course that never happened on the English League transfer deadline day. So yeah, Nat Phillips ended up staying, and thankfully now he is pretty good that he has stayed. But it does look like now that, of course, it will either be Reece Williams or a certain someone else as well playing in centre half for Liverpool anyway. But let me talk no more, and let's get into the news then that you guys can see on screen right now. And that is James Pierce saying on Twitter, of course, Jurgen Klopp tells LiverpoolFC.com that both Naby Keita and Joel Matip have returned to first team training. Now, we do have images for you guys, if I can get them up on screen. Where are we to? There we are. There is Joel Matip today, training before the Reds flew out to Italy to play Atlanta, of course, because that is Joel Matip. And then, as you can see there, then Naby Keita as well, headering a ball at Melwood. So both of them are in contention as well. There's also another person as well that is fit and available for this game, and that is Mr. Kostas Tsimikas. He has returned from, I believe it was a groin issue or a knee problem. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was more groin problems for Kostas, but he is back. He's fit. He's available. Could play for Liverpool tomorrow against Atalanta, and it's going to be interesting because, of course, Liverpool need to rest players. We need to of course, we got Manchester City on the weekend. That's going to be a huge match in terms of the title race. Anyway, I know we're already talking about the title race in what has been such a short period of time, but still, every point counts in winning a league title, as we know. As being the reigning and defending Premier League champions. But yes, let me know, guys. Would you start Kostas in this game? I've seen a couple of people on Twitter saying that they would personally start him against Atalanta because, of course, Liverpool are going to have, they're going to be attacked either way. So, would you rest Robbo and play Tsimikas, or, would you play Robbo knowing, you're going to get that solid left back performance then from Andy Robertson? But guys, please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Liz says Leeds 1, Leicester 2. Yeah, when I just finished watching it, it was still 2-0, so that means Leeds have just scored. So a very good game. Liz also goes 3-1 to Liverpool as well as her score prediction. Chris says good to see Tsimikas back. Yeah, it is quite good to see Tsimikas back, and it's good now that we know we can rely on him. Probably not for the Man City game, because obviously Andy Robertson, unless something happens to him in this game, will most definitely start against Manchester City. So, maybe after the international break, when football does come thick and fast yet again, then for me, I think he will definitely play for Liverpool this season. And maybe if we're playing, I don't know, maybe a Burnley or, a team that won't attack us as much, I reckon Trent and Robbo should get a rest completely. To be awfully honest, I don't know why we just don't say to England and Scotland, yeah, they're injured, they're injured, they need a week off, and that, to be fair. But Chris says Tsimikas is shout. To be honest, the start, he's well experienced in Europe. To be honest, from his Olympiacos days. Yeah, of course, last season he played in the Champions League and Europa League, of course, knocking out Arsenal in the Europa League as well. So, like you say, he has plenty of experience in the Champions League, especially. For Olympiacos, but I think he will be a part of Liverpool's European squad this year. Of course, obviously he is registered to play, but I mean, like, he will. I think he will be kind of like what season was it? Was it 18-19 or 17-16-17, or was that 17-18 when we went to Kiev, and that when I think Alberto Moreno played a part of the group stage, and then Robbo played the rest. I could easily see that, especially if Liverpool win this game. I could definitely see Tsimikas playing the remainder of the Champions League's group stage games anyway. Liz says Tsimikas had thigh issues. Thank you, Liz, for clearing that up. Atalanta are a very attacking team, so I think we will have a strong defense. Starting Robbo and Trent starting Trent and Robbo will start, I think. Yeah, look, they do have a fantastic team and a fantastic squad. If we quickly have a look, and if I can quickly share it on screen right now, as you can see, that is SofaScore right there. Of course, Liverpool versus Atalanta. On your screens right here, it's literally 22 hours away till the Reds, that's labeled Liverpool, to win that game, of course. And as you can see, really, from Atlanta's recent results, winning against Torino 4-2, of course, beating Lazio 4-1, and Lazio being, of course, being their best, as you can see, but they Babu Gomez as well, probably being their best player. Of course, beating Calarina then 5-2, losing to Napoli though 4-1. Of course, Napoli have been Liverpool's nemesis over the last couple of years in the Champions League. Of course, beating Midtjylland, then losing to Sampdoria, and then drawing against Ajax. And I feel like the Ajax game was very important and crucial, if I'm being perfectly honest, because they were 2-0 down. And I said at the time, it's like, oh, Atlanta is, it looks like they're going to lose the game, and excuse me, and I think that is, the crucial point of it, realistically, in the fact that they managed to come back and fight and managed to get that 2-2 draw, which I thought was very impressive. Just shows that they don't, they're kind of like Liverpool in the sense that, they're in the never say die attitude, and I think that is an important thing, especially trying to fight for qualification in the Champions League anyway. But if we can quickly scroll down a bit more, as you can see, that is the group right now. Of course, Liverpool could be 9 out of 9, hopefully, and fingers crossed, keeping 2 clean sheets in the Champions League, which is very impressive. Of course, we're all hoping for a Midtjylland and Ajax draw, Midtjylland to beat Ajax, and there is some news on Ajax, if I quickly bring it on to myself. There is some news on Ajax, and that is 11. As I'm I was looking at all the games and that, and from what I quickly saw and what I quickly found out on Twitter, apparently 11 Ajax players have tested positive for COVID-19. So we wish all of them a speedy and fast recovery and a successful recovery as well. But it's interesting now, will that game get called off? Because, of course, it's such a huge amount. Of course, Shakhtar Donetsk got, I think that was about 7, 8 or 9 players got COVID-19, and then they had to play Real Madrid. They beat Real Madrid, but still, that game still went ahead, especially with laws in different countries, and that maybe that game might be postponed and then might be played at a different time. I don't think it will, but I think that begs the question, whether or not it will or won't it. So, guys, let me know your thoughts anyway. Of that anyway, in the comment section down below. But Liz says, Robbo needs a rest sometimes. November's schedule is like a December schedule. Yeah, I would agree with that. It is literally like November is December, December is December, and January is like December. So, very, very tough couple of months for Liverpool. Anyway, Chris says, my prediction lineup: Alisson, Trent, Reece Williams, Gomez, Robertson, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Salah, Shaqiri, Mane, and Jota. 4-2-3-1. Shaq in the attacking midfielder roles. Very, very interesting. Chris also says, the 5 subs in the Champions League so handy, especially for City game on Sunday. If we have to take Salah, Mane off, for example, yeah, absolutely. Look, Liverpool can use this to our aid, and I think that is what we're going to use realistically to benefit us overall. And I think that's going to be super positive, like you say, Chris, in that Man City game, resting the front 3 if all 3 of them start. If not, I think maybe one of them might be rested for this game. If not, then I think all of them can do like what we did against Ajax, take them all off at a certain time, and then bring on the likes of Takumi Minamino, Xherdan Shaqiri, and Diogo Jota as well. So will be very interesting, to be fair. Alejandro Gomez is the main man for Atalanta, attacking midfielder. Without him, not the same team. Yeah, for me, of course, he's in the thumbnail of this video, and for me, he is their biggest threat. I know they've got Zapata as well. He is another threat. If we quickly, look back on that page, you can see on the right, but there, what they've managed. So, and to be fair, SofaScore for me is a very, very good site to look at statistics and other things. I guess, of course, they've given Zapata an 8.35 rating and Alejandro Gomez a 7.5. To be fair, but for me, I think Alejandro Gomez, for me, he's absolutely fantastic. I think he was linked. I believe it was Real Madrid last season. I know there was a couple of people saying as well that he was going to go to China or Qatar. I believe a couple of months ago. So, well, he's managed to stick around and managed to, stay a force with Atalanta, because of course Atalanta are a very, very attacking team. They remind me quite a lot of Liverpool back in like 2018 or 2017. Very good going forward. Look absolutely, fantastic at times, but then defensively they look shocking. And I think that is the same with Atalanta. They are phenomenal going forward, but defensively they are shocking at times as well. But Chris says, my prediction 2-1 to Liverpool will be very, very interesting. Data says 3-1 Liverpool. I think many people are going to go 3-1 for sure. Chris says, speedy recovery to Ajax players that are affected with COVID. Yeah, absolutely. Liz says 11 players positive. Wow, speedy recovery to all of them. Yeah, I think yesterday it was said that I think 5 or 6 got tested positive, and now today it's 11. So there's quite clearly a spike then in the Ajax camp, and like we said, hopefully and fingers crossed anyway that all of them have a speedy recovery anyway. But let's talk a little bit then about this man, of course, Diogo Jota. I saved that image from the weekend, but let's talk a little bit about Diogo Jota, because it is interesting what is going to happen with him. Will he start? Won't he start? That, I think, is the biggest question for the game. And then realistically, who's he going to be dropped for? I think we all know who we would all expect him to be dropped for, and that is Bobby Firmino to play alongside Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, which I think is the most likeliest thing. I know that I think Chris said it earlier on, that that would be his team and his front three, Jota, Mane, and Salah. And for me, I think Jota, he is undroppable right now. I will say it again and again and again. For me, he is simply sensational. Was it 4 goals in 6 games? Coming off the bench, and he is just crazy, absolutely crazy. And to think that we're speaking a bit on of course on Doug's channel, on the podcast, and it was like, who's the signing of the season? For me, it's Thiago Alcantara, because you're getting him, for 20 million quid. Will probably the best midfielder in world football, but it is probably Jota, because just everything about him is just sensational, and he just looks to be getting better and better and better every single time he's on that pitch for Liverpool. And let's not forget this as well. He did score another goal as well that was disallowed, but if that wasn't disallowed, then Liverpool could have been running away with the goals with Thiago Jota. So it is interesting. It is interesting. Chris says Diogo Jota. Yeah, absolutely. Liz says a whole lot of Jota. Yeah, I like that one as well. I do like that one. Chris says, I think Firmino will definitely start at City, as it is a big game. Yeah, I would. I personally think he will definitely start against City. Probably rest him for this game, and then start him up then against City. Doug is in as well, saying good evening, Reds. Hello, Doug. Hopefully you're well, pal. Hopefully your voice isn't too gone after the podcast. Chris says Diogo Jota has Jota be the signing of the season. Yeah, that's very good, to be fair. Liz says, share the stream, folks. Connor needs 9 more subs for 400. Yeah, if you could, then please share out the stream. Please tag me in them as well. Twitter, Instagram, whatever you tag me on, or post it on, then please tag, and I'll start the hashtag get to 400 subs or something like that. Just get a hashtag flowing or whatever. But yeah, if you could, that'd be massively appreciated. As always, hiya Doug as well. Liz says as well, Doug says, it's not too bad actually. Had a lot of water in my bottle. Yeah, to be fair, I've got freaking peach squash, to be fair, to help me with the podcast and that. So yeah, it is that, to be fair. But yeah, I think if you're ever doing podcast, or if anyone's thinking about doing a podcast or videos like this, drink is a massive help, because of course it does help quite a lot, to be fair. Already read that. Doug also says Leeds versus Leicester, terrific game. It was a terrific game. When I watched it, is the score still 2-1 to Leeds? Not Leeds, sorry, to Leicester. Let me know. What we got? Doug says hi to Liz as well. Chris says get to 400 subs. Yeah, if we could get to 400 subs, that'd be fantastic. Personally, I don't think we're going to get there anytime soon. Looking at the analytics and that of the channel, sadly, don't think we're going to get there for a little while. I don't know why. But it is what it is, to be fair. KL says, any news on Alba? I think you mean Alaba. No, no news really. Just shared a couple of things that I'm not really going to say in this stream. Doug says, thank you for coming on. Nice to have 3 Welshmen on. Yeah, it was nice to come on. There were so many guests on tonight, which I thought was fantastic, and I did truly enjoy it, to be fair. But Doug also, yep, 2-1 Leicester as well. So there you go then. So very, very interesting then in that respect. But yeah, let's get on then to my starting 11 prediction for this game, guys. Please do let me know your starting 11 predictions in the comment section down below. And this is the team that I think Jurgen Klopp will put out to face Atalanta. For the game tomorrow. Of course, as you can see, the usual suspect, Alisson Becker in goal. There isn't going to be anyone else. Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. I personally think, even though I would love Reece Williams to play, I think you need to start Joel Matip in this game, probably just for match fitness. Because at the end of the day, Manchester City are going to, for me, I would start him and then potentially take him off, because Manchester City are probably going to idolize Joe Gomez and Joel Matip. They haven't got Aguero going into the game, excuse me. They haven't got Aguero, they haven't got Gabriel Jesus. They're going to be relying on Ferran Torres or Raheem Sterling to attack them, or even Riyad Mahrez they'll be hoping for. So I think game time is what Joel Matip needs. Of course, then Joe Gomez having fantastic performances at the minute for Liverpool. So yeah, for me, he is obviously in there. Andy Robertson then I think will play. It would be nice for Kostos to get there, but I do think Andy Robertson will get the nod. And then of course James Milner. There's been probably the number 1 midfielder for Liverpool in the Champions League so far. So I do think that he will remain with his spot anyway. Shaqiri then, as you can see in the attacking midfield role, I do think this is going to be slightly a 4-2-3-1, but I think it'll be more of a 4-3-3 in terms of shape. So yeah, I think it'll be Shaqiri then in the attacking midfielder role with Gini Wijnaldum next to him. Of course, like you guys have said, we do have the 12 substitutions to pick from. Of course, making 5, but making that as that. But I think that is realistically that, and I think maybe Jordan Henderson needs a little bit of a rest anyway, especially coming back from his injuries, and and then he can come on if something is wrong with the midfield. And then front 3, Diogo Jota, Mohamed Salah, and Sadio Mane. I personally think will be the front 3 against Atlanta. I wouldn't be surprised though if Bobby Firmino is there and maybe Shaqiri is dropped, but I don't know. It's 50-50 then in that aspect of things anyway. But guys, please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Anyway, what do we have? Chris says, I can't argue with that lineup, to be honest with you. I don't think you can either, to be fair. Alisson, Neco, Williams, Phillips, Gomez, Simicas, Milner, Keita, Shaqiri, Jota, Minamino, and Salah. Very mixed team. Yeah, but of course, Nat Phillips cannot play because he is not in the Champions League squad that was registered anyway. Don't shoot the messenger. City is a huge game. I would rotate. I think many people would rotate, to be fair. And then Chris has said as well, Phillips not in the Champions League squad. Doug of Reece Williams then, as he put it, to be fair. But yeah, look, if Nat Phillips was in the Champions League squad, I think Nat Phillips would start personally. But yeah, and plus, even though I put Joel Matip in my team, I think that, give him 50 minutes, give him, 60 minutes, and then take him off. That's it then. Take him off. Reece Williams comes on and just does what he does and does a solid performance yet again, to be fair. And then Liz says 5 subs make it easier to rotate. Yeah, it does. I believe the Premier League is the only European league that doesn't do the 5 sub rule. I think, we are the only league that does only 3. So I'm not really sure on that. But, let me know anyway in the comment section down below. But excuse me. I love Naby Lad as well. I was debating putting Naby Lad in the squad, but I think for him, he'll probably start against Man City or will be in the conversation because, of course, as you guys, well, no one's really asked it, but as you guys know, Thiago Alcantara is not ready for this game. I would have loved it for him to have been, loved for him to be available for this game, to be off the bench and to maybe add an impact to the game. But sadly, it looks like he isn't ready enough. So maybe he might be back for Man City. It was like the Everton game, would he not? And then he was in the team, and then look what happened then. But it will be interesting with Thiago whether or not maybe in the next day or two after the game, we'll know more clearly on Thiago Alcantara's fitness anyway, in that respect anyway. But Chris says Matip has to start versus City as the more experienced and big game. Yeah, absolutely, he has to start as well. Off topic, I am so sick of hurricanes. Do you have a lot of hurricanes where you are, Liz? Because by the sound of it, you're sick and tired of them. So yeah, let us know in the chat. Nabi lad, yes lad. Yeah, says Chris. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love him to start, but I just don't think he is going to start. Especially Shaqiri's playing in that attacking midfield role. But Seema says maybe trying Jota up front with Bobby playing in the 10 role. Yeah, maybe. There's so many options as well because we could end up playing the front three of Takumi Minamino, Shaqiri, and Jota. We could, and then end up bringing on the front three if like we're losing and that. But I don't think I think whatever squad Klopp puts out, I'll be happy with because really, with all the injuries that we've got and everything that's gone on over the last couple of days and weeks and things, I guess, just getting a good team and getting at least a point. If we got at least a point from Atalanta, I'd be happy. Realistically, because that then would put Liverpool in the driving seat then for the rest of them. If we were to get the win, that would be sensational, and then, like we said, then you can maybe play your Neco Williams, you can play your Kostas Tsimikas, you could play a weaker midfield, you could play a weaker front three, and then keep them fit and available in for the weekend. So it's going to be interesting anyway. It is going to be interesting, and for some reason, why has that happened? I don't know. For some reason, my laptop decided to change screens. For some reason, I must have nicked it. But what else we got? Liz says, "I'm freaking need a win tomorrow. It's the it's the election tomorrow. Oh, Jesus Christ!" As Doug says, "Oh Christ, Liz, yeah." Maybe, well, like we got our own politic crap over here, but that's going to be huge tomorrow. Let us know, who do you think is going to win the election tomorrow in America anyway? Please let us know. Chris says, if we get the win tomorrow at a tough place and a team, I'll be absolutely buzzing. Atlanta, very good team, and I'll even take a point. Yeah, like I said, I would take a point. To be awfully honest with you. Kale says, was Tsimikas on international duty or on Sunday because of the earthquake? No, I want to say no. The chat skipped. My apologies. Liz says 25 hurricanes so far this year, 8 major, 3 or higher. I haven't had a direct hit this year. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, Liz, that does not happen, and hopefully, Mother Nature doesn't become a bitch then, and hopefully it doesn't hit you. I have absolutely fingers crossed for you on that terms. Anyway, Doug says Eiling has just dived in the penalty area. Is it a penalty then, or is it just a dive? Let us know. Chris has gone Trump. IMO. Liz says Biden. Not ideal, but better than Dumfries. Yep. It always seems to be the case. We won't really talk about politics on this channel, but it always seems to be like you've always got. It's trying to pick the best option out of the worst options. Then realistically, and I think that was the same over here with elections. And I'll happily admit it. I voted for Labour. I always vote Labour. Will never vote for the Tories. So yeah, I'm never going to vote for the Tories ever. To be fair, Doug says just a dive. He needs a yellow, blatant dive as well. 3-1 now. What is a 3-1 Jamie Vardy? There you go then. So Leicester have won that game then. Does that move Leicester up to third now or fourth? I'm not really sure, to be fair. But yeah, I think I'm personally going to go with a 3-1 Liverpool win. Fingers crossed it is the formation and players that I picked, because I want Shaqiri to get more game time. I want Thiago Jota to play in the team. I want Salah to be scoring goals for us as well, especially in the Champions League as well. And for me, I think this is the biggest game in the Champions League, because I think Atalanta are probably the better side out the rest in the group. So, and especially away from home as well. And we all know Klopp's away record in the Champions League group stages. Anyway, it's not the best. So fingers crossed, he can change that anyway, in many respects, and that. But guys, I think I'm going to leave it there tonight. Read out if you've got any more questions, but quickly, then please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll read the rest of the comments, and then I will be heading off. Then, like I did say, a bit of a short stream tonight. Anyway, Liz says, blatant dive. Chris says, I voted for no one. I think some people might have been like that. Doug says 2-1 to Liverpool. Zapata is a menace, but we should have enough to beat them. Yeah, absolutely. Liz says, Chris, you should always vote. Yeah, you should absolutely always vote for sure, because, well, if you, I learned this in school, to be fair. If you don't vote, it goes to the party that's currently in. So it's weird how it works, but it does work out similar like that anyway. But Liz says, have a good night all. You too as well, Liz. Hopefully stay safe, Liz, and hopefully yeah, fantastic day as well. Chris says, I couldn't care less, Liz, bad as each other. True, but still, go and vote, because you may not agree then with something that at the minute Boris is doing or whatever, and then maybe if you voted, may have had some sort of difference in some respect anyway. But less about politics anyway. Yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys, anyway, for tonight anyway. Thank you for all of you that has tuned in to tonight's stream, and to whoever watches it as well on repeat, because there are a few people that do watch it. I do see you guys when I do check the videos out in the analytics as well, so thank you for that as well. If you could do me the massive favor and please give the video a like, it's massively appreciated if you could do so. Also as well, if you're new to the COP Council and watching us for the first time, then hit that subscribe button, get us to 400 subscribers, get the hashtag going, 400 subscribers, and then when we get past 400, it'll be 500, 600, 700, 900, and then hopefully to 1k eventually throughout time anyway. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the COP Council, and hopefully Liverpool can make it 3 wins out of 3 in the UEFA Champions League. See you all later, Reds. Ta-ra.